Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Did I make it in time?
No, they heard that.
They did?
Did you know what that was? That was her watching the commercials on her computer.
Well,
Every time I ask her, have you
don't-
turned off the sound?
I don't have my thing here. Just skip
I just
this
wish it
stuff.
would know. If it would just know. Anyway, hello, everyone. This is PM Artist Studio over here. I'll do the little thing here in just a second, but I just want to let you know that it's Thursday Thoughts, and we have some awesome thoughts. We will be continuing prepping for the hashtag July postcard play hosted by Carrie Griffiths. Y'all know who he is. He's Carrie the Crafter. He's here in the chat, I believe. You aren't part of his channel. You should be. But, you know, I would assume most of y'all
I
are.
haven't seen him yet, but he may be just lurking.
I think he's there. Okie dokie. So, anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
there we go. Do say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you were here. That's the way that I tell. That's the way you show up on the little list. Is you say something in the chat and then I can, you know, it comes up. In the meantime, give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Mucho importante here in the beginning, especially when we are live and we are live. How do you know that you're live? Well, you have access to the chat. If you're chatting in the chat, we're live. If you do not, then that means you're in a replay. Let me know you're watching in the replay. I love it. A few of y'all here lately have just been like, replay watching. I love that. Thank you. Then we know. And if you know, you know. All right, we've got Adria, Alice, Art Curious, that's Miriam. Chiquita is here. Christy, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Dana, Devin is here. That's Yolande. Diane, also Diane, thank you. You have, I got Izzy's card. I haven't given it to her yet. I did get it. And also a big thank you to Bree. Very sweet card from her. And then you got a very
Interesting card.
fun card.
Fun card.
I actually peeked at it, and Brad was watching. He's like, oh, good gosh. It was funny. That in itself was wonderful. So, okay, and then Acme just popped in there, and I think Angela. All right, we are Devin, Diane, okay. Eddie is here. Ellen, Gerald. Oh, goodness. Deb C. Dana popped in there. Okay, hopefully I can get everybody now. Let's see if I can stay on the roll here. All right, we've got... So, Gerald, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda. Hoarder Paper Craft says Mimi, Holly, Ingrid, Jeannie, Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet, Jennifer, Just for Crafts and Giggles, that's Kim, Kathy, Lizanne, Lydia, Margie's Crafty Corner, Maritza. Oh, see, some more people are popping in there. Dory, hello, I believe you are new. Actually, no, Dory, I think you have been here before. I feel like you have. Mary Ellen, Michelle, Mitzi, Monroe, Panka, Rhonda, Susan, Bill U. Tegan, the Shelley Studio, that's Markle, Tracy LeBoeuf, and Trish Coogan. All right, if I missed you, it was not on purpose. Just give me those pinky hello hands. Michelle with one L. I saw her just pop in there. Yeah, pinky hello, you know, pink.
Chiquita wants to know how to find my address. It's the same as PM Artist Studio.
That is correct.
I live here. This is a live-in studio.
Chiquita, just if you want, just email me and I'll send it to you. I mean, we usually show it out here. I don't like to, like, you know, advertise it. God knows we show it enough, but I don't really know what my deal is. One of these days we'll get a P.O. box. We start getting weird mail. People just showing up.
Yeah, people just showing up.
Okay. So, we've said hello to everybody. Thumbsy upsies, y'all.
Oh,
You're coming
look at that. Nightbot took care of it.
Good job, Nightbot. Oh, that's because
It's an
Eddie
email.
prompted. Good job, Eddie. She still doesn't know how Nightbot works. It's magic. Magic. I got my magic shirt on here. Oh, it's going to be backwards, but y'all can, you know, flip it around or whatever. See? My witchcraft. It's magic. Color mixing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay. Should I go top side or stay side by side?
I think you should stay side by side for
Okay.
right now because I want to read this and I like to
I'm
read it
lean back a
without
little.
people reading it with me and yeah.
Yeah. Focus. Okay. Here we go. Thoughting.
Here we go, thoughting. Okay, well, Mariah actually came up with this, and we had a very animated conversation earlier today, which I wish we'd taped.
No.
Because we do just, I mean, when we're spontaneous, it just like boom, boom, boom. And yeah, but it's an article by Gina Barreca,
Maybe what we should do is try to reenact it.
PhD.
Let's try to reenact it a little bit.
Okay, Mariah, where did you find this?
So I am so glad you asked. Now, I wasn't sure if you wanted this one for today, but maybe this could be Thursday thoughts for the next one.
Well, and I wanted to go with it today because I think what we're doing with this back and forth business with our and deciding which ones get which ones, I think it'll be a good thing.
Well, I think that is fantastic. And the way that I did find this article, I don't know if this is the exact one, but it is also in the description box down below. I actually put the link in there. Woo! Preparation, y'all.
So if you want to read it again.
That's right. But I was watching Tested. That's Adam Savage's channel. So that link is actually down below as well. Tambien. And I love watching him. He always like sparks really cool things in me. And I was telling P about this, that one of the reasons that I so enjoy watching him is that he has these moments. Well, he has people write in, they ask him questions, and it's usually some kind of thing about, how he operates within his because he's a maker, and so his work area, what does he call it? It's not a studio, but it's not really like a
workshop.
Yeah, it's workshop. So they'll ask questions about that sort of thing, and one of the deals was that this person had said, well, I have this new job, and the guy that I work with is very knowledgeable. But the whole deal is that he's also, this is what we call those know-y people. Oh, and we know that we can be know-y people. Like, it's built
Guilty
in.
as charged.
Guilty as charged. We just try not to, we'll do it here. And I think that's the other thing is that, throughout life, it's funny. There are places you can be know-y, and that's okay. And you should. And you earn a certain amount. And that's what I think this guy was talking about, too, is that it's like, well, when you are younger and you're working with somebody that is older, even if you may know more than them, it is a bit rude to be know-y back to them. Like, that's just, I think, and you learn how to work through that. And that was kind of part of it. He's like, but this other guy, the thing is that he's condescending about the things that he knows, how he knows it. And then that's when Adam was talking about, he's like, well, I read this article years ago, and I think this is the one. He did not post it or do anything like that. So this is just purely me doing a little internet-y search off of
Key phrases,
and I'm pretty sure this would be it because it hit it kind of spot on. And then one of the other things that he was talking about, Adam Savage was talking about, in that whole relationship and how people, interact and this knowiness, is that he had, I know that it was over here hanging out with me too, the gnats, it's his season, was that he has this ongoing, like, he had one of the women, and I can't remember her name, I was trying to look that up beforehand, because this was really quick this morning, so, like, I didn't have time to, like, study and write down and all that, but, so this is, my brain and what parts I grab. But one of the female astronauts, and she said, well, the funny thing is that as a woman coming up in especially a very male-dominated field, you come across that a lot. And us as women, and he's like, I'm sure that some of you are already, have experienced this, know this, and go, yep, exactly, I know how that is. Because when working with men, a lot of times, I think, it's a lot easier for us to work within that environment. We can't be knowy, because then you come off as
being a bitch
and being, like somebody that's hard to work with. You have to, like, it almost sometimes you have to get them there.
It's like, I told Mariah, I said, in working with male administrators as a teacher, you spend a lot of your time and energy making them think it was their idea. Mm-hmm. And, that I just, I think that that's just so silly, because if we could just circumvent all of that, just think how much faster things would move along. If we could just stop that whole male condescending attitude. And I shouldn't be saying that, because I'm making generalities, and that's always it isn't always the case.
It isn't always the case, but it is enough of something that it is something that we all, as women in a workplace, have experienced. So
Yes.
it is a thing.
It is a thing.
I think it has become less and less of a thing. Part of it is an age thing. I said, because
it certainly is. I really honestly think it is, and I think it's very difficult,
right,
sometimes for older women who are knowledgeable.
Oh, and yes, and I've worked with those women before too, because there was a part of a transitional time too, where a lot of women were like, dang it, I worked hard to get where I'm at, and I don't need this crap. And they fought very hard to get where they were at, but it was kind of like, hey, it doesn't have to be hard for everybody underneath you either. You don't, and that was one of the other cool things that Adam said, is so part of working somewhere, especially if you're new and you're trying to understand the work dynamics of things, and you're running into people that, you can do two parts. If you work for somebody wonderful, take notes. And as you become maybe that person in the workplace, create that environment for others. On the other hand, if you work for some real a-holes, probably figure out what it is and make
Take
them
some
that
notes
way.
on that too.
And try not to do that. And don't become one of those. Don't do that to other people. So that kind of leads into the
yes,
to
and
the article
this
part.
is very non-gender specific, because we've all experienced this. And Gina, her little thing right underneath her name is Snow White doesn't live here anymore. And this is about relationships. And it's verified by Psychology Today, and I know that you'd all want to know that. And the title of the article is Why I Hate the Phrase. Why don't you jest? Why don't you jest? Okay. And this was posted May 15th, 2020. Hearing the words, "Why don't you jest?" makes me want to scream, smack somebody, and then run away. I find those to be appropriate responses, although I do not act on them, and I recommend that you don't act on them either. But let's face it, nobody has ever been happy to hear, "Why don't you jest?" No matter how that sentence ends. Okay, maybe if it ends with, "Why don't you just take your winnings from the roulette table in stacks of hundreds?" That sentence would be fine. Or here's my sentence. Why don't you just take that biggest piece of pie? Yeah, okay. Apart from that, why don't you jest? It's not an appropriate way to talk to another adult. It's shorthand for, I instantaneously solved your problem because I am the solution giver. Now let's talk about something that interests me. And when I read that last part, I had twinges of guilt, because I sit over here and, oh yes, because I do it to Mariah. And the whole thing about it is, it's not that I don't find what she's doing is interesting. It's I want to do something. And I'm a terrible setter and just listening. I'm not, I suck at that.
Well, and also, again, just age plus, mother, daughter. There are a lot of roles that kind of, and you are probably more likely to say something like that, or even feel like, hey, I need to just jump in there just to get that done for you, because you just don't know what you're doing.
I'm helping you out here, honey.
Yes, this is for your good.
I'm going to try to do that less, because I think I would find it irritating if somebody did that to me.
Uh-huh.
Mariah does sometimes.
I have figured out better ways to do it with you.
Yes. That are more productive. And
Yeah.
I think that that's part of it. All right, reading on.
Okay.
It's the jest that does it.
Mm-hmm.
It emotionally diminishes and reduces the complexity of the other person's situation. To the one who took a risk and trusted you with a personal story, to be met with a, why don't you just, is really to couch a kind of flippant injustice within just. We want a listener to offer comfort and to suggest that we can face the challenge if we figure out what's at the heart of the problem. We're relying on a friend to aid us in confronting our underlying issues and give us hope that not only will we survive the experience, but that we'll ultimately draw strength from it. If we've been wrangling with a problem for 10 days, 10 months, or 10 years, we're not looking for a glib, easy, and obvious solution that can be summed up in 10 words. If a friend confesses he's lonely, for example, saying, why don't you just go out and meet some people?
Well, if it was that flippin' easy, then what, why would I be here having this conversation?
It makes it sound as if he's forging new intimate relations never occurred to him. To be honest, he'd be better off with new people, if this is the best his current friends can suggest. To tell a friend suffering from heartbreak, why don't you just stop torturing yourself? Why don't you just get over it already? Oh, God, I see that. It's like scribbling condolences on a Post-it note and sticking it to the car's windshield outside the funeral parlor during viewing hours. It's less than helpful.
Yeah.
Even if the intentions behind it are good.
Yes. I think this also falls, and just as you were saying that, it's kind of, but like that whole leaving little Post-it notes and thinking that you're being helpful, that's a lot like leaving snarky, comments wrapped up in like that you're trying to give me some information that you think that like, I was missing before that I didn't understand. Maybe it's just that, again.
Yeah, it's just.
It's
dismissive. Boxing up tough times and putting a bow on the package. Another example, if a friend sighs, I feel fat, he or she knows that putting down the fork is a possibility. But for some reason, it's not an option at the moment. Don't toss off the easy responses such as, why don't you just lose weight? Why don't you just eat less? Why don't you, instead of enjoying creamy, delicious fettuccine alfredo, just eat beets? Well, I happen to like beets.
Although I have been justing her on this. I'm like, would you just stop eating at 7, please?
Worries about size, self-worth, and attractiveness can't be handled long-term by superficial quick fixes. No. And if we're really that easy to eat only healthy foods, the whole country would be svelte, fit, and trim, which, if you haven't been to the mall lately, isn't the case. Beets are nice, but they're rarely the cure. Poet Bruce Cohen, my university colleague, was telling me about the boxes of valuable vinyl records he's collected, none of which he's listened to for dozens of years. He and his wife are trying to clear space in their home, and so I ask, why don't you just sell the records and do something with the money? Bruce answered honestly, I like knowing they're there. Bruce doesn't want a solution because he doesn't like to think there's a problem.
Uh-huh. I didn't even read this part of the thing. I didn't get this far in it.
Mm-hmm. We might not be sensible all the time, but we most certainly think other folks ought to be. Mm-hmm. We want to dispel our helplessness at our friends' discomfort by telling them just what to do. Mm-hmm. But that's merely a way to make ourselves feel better and not a way to offer solace. Why don't we just listen as carefully as we can? I will, if you will. And her credits are she's on the board of trustees as a distinguished professor at UConn, is the author of 10 books, including the best-selling They Used to Call Me Snow White, But I Drifted.
I was like, oh, that sounds like a great book. You should read that. Yeah.
That might be a good one. All right. Good job, Mariah. Really, I enjoyed this.
No, once again, thank you, Adam Savage. I'm sure that he's watching today. One of these days.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
and thank you, Gina.
I get so much from his little. It's just amazing. It is just amazing that I do get the parallels of like the things that happen with him and his approach to them. How much it filters over here It filters into my past experiences, which obviously make us who we are today. And so, yes, this was a really fun one. And I think we did pretty good on the redo of the conversation.
We did, yeah.
Because I was telling Brad that too, that I was like, man, I just, like, it makes me sad that, so when I bring, when I have the moment, but it's hard, like, we have to have a little bit of prep to be able to know what we're doing here. And yeah, we just need little head cams on us all the time. Maybe we should be a reality TV. We should not.
Oh, and that would not work because we would be censored.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to find a sponsor.
They have cable. No, I think that's fine. I'm not worried about that. There's enough.
Well, I have some things to share with you today.
Shall I go topside?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
I think we're ready for that.
Ready. There we go. That is Thursday Thoughts. Thank y'all for hanging out for that.
Yeah. I'm going to enjoy reading some of the comments. Always, on Thursdays, and then when I wasn't thoughting there for a while.
I know. This is also, the first real, Thursday thought we've had in a while.
All right. So, Mariah has a stack of these things, which I handed her. When did I do those?
Okay, well, let's get y'all all caught up.
Yeah.
Real quick, because, things happen in just a day. So, we had our 31 done. And then there were a few that we were like, okay, well, we wanted to have a few extra. Just, for in case, just in case.
And that's when I decided to do my own 31.
And then, she started doing more. And then she's like, well, I think I just want to do my own. So there you go. As it plays out with many of the projects that her and I start out together, which doesn't mean that we won't, I am sure there will still be, I need your help on this, or I need a little gel printing. She's going to have to, glaze this thing or do this thing. So there'll be that, or she'll need some stamping or some, heat gun, or, things of that nature. So
yeah, that nature. All right, so basically what I did this morning, well, I started last night, but I finished them up this morning, was going ahead and gluing down the rest of the cards. And I wanted to share with you something that I figured out after a while, because sometimes I really want my card to be in exactly this one spot.
Oh, I haven't posted it. So keep an eye out. I did, because remember we did the little short about it. But that's great. Or maybe
traced around. Yeah, the tracing around.
I haven't posted it. So it's good that you're talking about it in here. And then I will post a follow-up short.
So basically what I do, and I saved this one to demonstrate on, because I really wanted them to be just in one space. So I'm looking at my print that I have here, and I'm considering, I really want to get that little light bulb in down there. I really like that little light bulb.
That one right there.
That one right there. So I'm going to have to be right on that line when I do the cutting. And I thought, well, so I am taking my, what do you call this thing, Mariah?
This is a bone folder.
Bone folder.
Now that kind of goes to the Thursday thoughts that you were going to have about that. What do you call this thing? What's this thing?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the object, and a lot of times it is the object. So
we'll talk about that one next week.
Yeah.
Being able to identify words that when you need them.
Tip of the tongue.
And
well, we could.
And then I even had time enough to do many of these and then perfect my process even more. All right, so that's where I want that. When I turn this over, look what happened on the other side. I have little, and the reason I'm putting this down and drawing around these is because what I discovered is when I used the glue, a lot of times it would obliterate my little indentation.
For when you emboss.
Yes.
The embossing of it would just. Yeah.
And let me tell you what, the glue that I used.
And you need to remind me again to order you more of that.
Okay, I will. So I'm getting. I was afraid it was going to run out, but I did not.
Well, and should have ordered that when you ordered your pencils.
I know.
That was...
Well, I didn't know I needed it then. This is
Yeah.
extra heavy gel medium, Amsterdam, and it's matte. I don't really care if it's matte or gloss.
Heads
but
up.
I think, you know, some of you do.
It is a little pricey, but it's worth it, and it does go on sale from time to time. So keep an eye out for those.
Yes. And it's like Mariah said, it is a little pricey, but I'm telling you what, you cannot.
Chiquita says, "Can you guess how many mountains of jelly prints I have? Gonna need to hunt for some to use." Well, that's how P ended up. She was like, "Well, I just really wanted." She had prints that she wanted, and so it just made more sense that we both do them. And I think,
And you know, I always go out past where I need to go.
that's smart because it's easier to then know that you've gotten to the edge.
Yes. And doing it like this, it's not, you don't have to have a book page or something else down over here. Each one becomes its own little, you know, whatever.
We have another little fun thing that we're going to do here in a minute for y'all too. Once I hopefully I can, I'm cutting while she's doing that, and then I think we
And
had a
I
couple
clean
of,
off my and then I make sure this goes back into the water, and I close this up.
Ooh, some of these are really fun that you're doing.
I know. Wait.
I think she's trying to.
All right, so
Some
then I
motifs.
turn it over, and I've taken most of the glue off. Now you want to do this rather quickly, because you don't want it to glue down to your whatever surface it is that you're working on here. And then I look and I make sure because what's going to come up is the corners, inevitably.
Always.
Inevitably. And look there.
Exactly.
No
Deb.
bubbles.
Exactly.
Everything is stuck down, and the ones that Mariah is cutting on right now have been stuck down for days. I haven't pressed these yet because I was a little afraid that some of them might still have a little residual. But you can see even without pressing, that's pretty flat.
Yeah, and then if you really want them flat, just put them under some books or something heavy for 24
Yeah.
hours.
I have a glass.
Just do make sure that when you are doing that, because remember, the glue, the medium, the adhesive, the whatever you use is going to somewhat activate the paint ever so slightly, makes it sticky again. They become stickier.
Ever
Do
so
not
slightly.
put them paint to paint.
And see, what I did when I did these is I put them back to this because they were getting stuck to the gel print more than they were actually
Yes.
getting stuck to the glue around the
That is exactly right.
the postcard.
That is exactly right. That's,
Now that one got a little bit bellied up there.
and they will straight away, but they flatten out, and then again, put them under something heavy overnight. They will be flat as flat can be.
They can. All right, Mariah, I'm handing these off to you,
Okay.
and this will finish out our.
Now,
We
what
should
else?
have 62.
Okay, there was something else that you wanted to do while I was doing this.
Oh yes, there is something else. Well, here's some more prints that didn't make the cut. I really wanted this one, but it cut off too much of the stars. I want this to be a little bit smaller.
Well, remember, that's exactly why we ended up actually making the smaller set of those characters. Now, that was the 5x7 character.
Right.
We have the little ones. You didn't find any of those prints.
I didn't find any of those. And I don't know, did I show this already? This is the
Well, you did the transfer.
this is the transfer. And then I thought this one was really cool looking.
Ooh, yeah, it's neurosphering plus something
Yeah.
else in the background.
And then I
there.
thought this was cool looking too, and do so many different things, you know, with the background on that. But those I left out. Now I do have some other little pieces that I found. And when we get ready to start, doing some embellishments, then we can do that. But right now, what I have...
And if you guys are interested and you want printables, or you just want to mix it up, maybe like you have some of your gel prints and whatnot, but yet you still want to kind of get a different variety, but yet you haven't done swaps or anything of that nature, I have put down below in the description box the links to the set that PM Artist Studio. I grabbed some of P's old prints, a nice little kind of variety. Hopefully you can find it that way. Those are to be purchased. But then both Eddie and Darcy, which I have put links to their Ko-fi, shops? Yes, Ko-fi shops. So you can download, I think they both have free ones and then also things to purchase on their shops. But they can let you know in the chat a little bit more about what they have to offer. And I believe Darcy was putting together some kind of packet things. I don't know if those were up yet or not. I didn't get a chance to double check that. So she can let us know in the chat.
Okay, that's definitely a possibility. I love this. And I have a feeling that that's alcohol ink.
Yes, the sparkly business, definitely. Or, some kind of inks of some
All right, I'm
sort.
keeping that one out. That's a good one. When I did this was when I was doing those washers.
Oh, okay, so you're pulling together some elements. Like the next
collage,
step.
next step. And I thought that we could talk about which ones would most benefit from that sort of...
I think that's a fabulous idea. Hey, Lynn!
And I wished I'd done more of the... Look at that, isn't that cool?
I love
some of these napkins that have that really pronounced... oh, look at the shimmeriness.
Yeah, they have a texture.
And sometimes I don't like it so much. These are just napkins from, like, the restaurant.
Those restaurant ones are kind of cool because they... well, any of the napkins usually will, like, if they're heavily saturated, you can get the two pieces. Like, you pull the two ply apart. And
Oh my gosh, look at this, Mariah.
Oh, that's an
old
this is how
PM
old
artist, PM Art Studio.
Yes, that's how old that is. So that means it is about 4 years old. Maybe, 3.5. We'll go 3.5.
All right, well, just, as we're going through here, I'm just kind of trying to mentally make note of what I have because I don't really know what I want to do these with, put them on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Now here, this may be brushos.
Oh, and I want that because I think my number 17 is going to be my most favorite card. In my mind, it is now.
What?
It's number 17. Day 17
is what?
Going to be my favorite. I need some of that for it.
You need some of this?
Because I have sort of collected things. Like, I know the card that it's going on. The number, I picked it because of the background. Like,
yeah, and I we can test this right now and see if it's brushos.
I even made it a little special because I printed out the color numbers. So if you guys are in now I shouldn't necessarily show you this.
I don't think it is, Mariah. It's not bleeding.
Oh, that? No, I don't think that is. I think what that is whenever you were doing the mixture stuff for all of the shibori.
And that would have been
I think
acrylic
that's
paint.
Yeah. Or it's was an alcohol ink. And I don't think it's necessarily acrylic.
There's a really beautiful.
Anyway, so just to prove to y'all that, printables are one of those kind of funny little things that, okay, here. If you'll take that. Please keep in mind this third page, I altered the size of those last two numbers because that's that number 17 that I wanted. If you wish to do that to your free printable, because that's free over on our website, you can manipulate how you print things. You can do 200% or, make the size different. you're going to have to kind of mess around with that and see how all that works. But I went ahead and did it because I have the files and I created it. So, yay me.
Yay, Mariah. Then she made these for me because I didn't know what colors I wanted to use. So mine are all black and white.
And from the laser printer.
From the laser printer. So I can alter the color on these with, you know, my little gel plates.
Or they can be sprayed or, you know, lots of things.
I can do the round one. I can do the square one.
So remember, these are printables. Free
and
download.
I can do this. Look at this little one, fits almost exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, change the color and alter the color.
Well, and you could even, because those are laser prints, you could transfer it and you might even be able to stamp it if you want to get real fancy about it.
Well, that would work for things like 11, but if, you know, it reverses the numbers.
Right, but it'll reverse it, but then once you stamp it back down, it'll be the right way.
Right.
Correct.
Correct. All right, I'm handing those back to you. I'm going to keep track of mine, and you can keep track of yours. Okay.
But also things to keep in mind with printables is that even if you don't love the colors, you can play around with the color adjustment. You can, you know, put it on best printing or best, you know, color. Or if most of the time I just have it on regular, like just standard printing, standard paper. But if you make any of those adjustments, it does adjust the color. On this particular one, you can see how much darker that orange is from... One moment.
These are really Rorschach-y. I don't know where they came from.
See the difference between the colors? Some of the colors, and then not all of them, but like especially the oranges really bumped up in chroma, as P likes to say.
Bumped up. Yeah.
Saturation.
We used to have that conversation. I would shake my stick at her.
She would.
Oh, this is really pretty, Mariah.
I love those.
This is kind of a neat one too with the green. Oh, and look at this one.
Thank
I
you,
want
Arty.
you. Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You want that one? Look, it's already been used. It looks like an Aries. It looks like a
ram.
A ram.
I do like that one. I need to put this.
I'll keep that one out. All right, I think that that's probably going to be enough of that. But I did discover these the other day as I was looking for something else. Isn't that that's the story of my life?
Oh, that's a wonderful idea, Anita. She says she's thinking about doing, okay, so she says, I tried to make 31 postcards for the 31 countries she's been to.
Oh.
And then write the memories of those countries on the backs.
Well, what a brilliant idea.
That's a fabulous idea.
I mean, that adds another whole layer to the... All right. So, now, what I need is for you to pass me some of those. And maybe we can cross-talk about, you know, those look really...
Do a little swap.
We'll talk about, you know, what we need to do to it, what...
Okay. Here's
what
the
we
ones
need to
I've cut
stamp.
so far.
These are the ones that done. All right, now, I don't know that I'm feeling like that needs much of anything.
And thank you for whomever dumped the trash.
That would be Mr. Castle.
Thank you.
I never remember it until...
Because, I mean, that one was just puking out.
It was. I'd already stomped on it a couple times.
That's her answer. You can go another day.
Compact it. You know, reduce.
Yes.
Okay, now I definitely think that this needs something, and I'm even looking at this right here, and I'm just thinking,
Jeannie likes your wings.
She likes, pardon?
She likes your rings.
Oh, thank you. Isn't that one cute? I got that at the flea market. It's I don't know whether it's paper mache or wood or whatever, but I've had it forever. And these are little pieces of glass. And this is, I think, some kind of jasper. This is from Mexico. Remember, I got it right outside of the place where we got on the bus?
No, like when we went to Tijuana?
Yes, to Tijuana.
I don't know, that was pretty long.
Yeah, that was, it was...
I got a pink coat.
Yes.
Pink leather jacket. Which I think... Is that in... It's in storage somewhere. I need to get that out.
Okay.
I'm getting thin enough
I
now.
need to get out my board. Well, I don't really, because my table looks like crap anyway.
There you go.
All right, so this is what I'm going for here. I've already got these little circle-y businesses going on in different places, but I think that this, and you realize that when I glue down the orange, it's going to brown out,
Oh,
probably.
that'll be fun.
Brown out ever so slightly. So, where are the bubbles?
So I think Carrie went through a similar-ish process where, so he has all his cards prepped. And then his next step is to kind of do what we're doing here, where it's like figuring out what elements.
Needs to go where?
Because he's got a bold thing in front of him where he's going to do, you know, a 15-minute video every day. So he's got to be, like, prepped. Or sort of.
Yeah, okay, I'm not going to do that.
No, no, we're not doing that.
All right, Mariah, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
So you need to look at the screen.
Okay.
So I'm loving this color.
Me too.
I'm thinking that that would be a good color to do over this. Like the, oh look.
It's, yeah. I know, I wish you would do that. It just, it doesn't make sense. That's one of those things.
Do you have that color in your
inks? Stamping?
in a pad?
In a pad.
Or am I going to have to?
Maybe. Maybe. You could try one of these too. And maybe if you had a little bit of blue, darker blue on your stamp already, you certainly could get there, I think. Don't you be altering those, because I'm quite fond and they still work pretty decently as is. That's all I'm saying about that.
Well, here we go. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this.
Okay.
I'm thinking this is weak.
This is weak. This is weak sauce right here. But see,
all right, so
on
here's the thing. I've got more than one napkin here. I mean, one place, because, you know, it's symmetrical. It's Rorschach-y.
I don't know what that means, Miriam. But it's funny.
It's Rorschach. So I've got the same on one side as I do on the other.
Well, where's the fun in that, Rhonda?
What?
She says, do a test scrap first.
We just like to. We're not one of those toe tippers. We like to just
You know,
jump in from the high
Is this gonna
dive.
work or not? You ready? Here we go.
And give it a good
I don't know. That's an approach.
punch.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! Look at that.
Well, that's a little darker. And you gave it a punch so much it came through the other side. Remember, you're stamping on tissue. Like napkin. You don't have to get
Well, and
abusive.
that's pretty much it there, folks.
I love it.
Alrighty.
There's definitely some stuff on the stamp already.
Mayfie.
Uh-huh. It worked to your
Okay,
advantage.
I'm just real happy with that, just like it is. And
Yeah, exactly, Kathy.
so I
You're
don't
real
know.
peeved that like it worked once and then not again. You could put more ink on it.
I know, but I'm kind of liking that.
The
you know.
subtlety.
Look at, I got that exactly in the middle of that circle.
You wouldn't have been able to do that.
That would never happen again in 105 years.
Yep. 108.
Yeah. Now I'm liking this same because this is my water, and I would like some bubbles in my water.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just wondering, you know, do I stamp directly on there, or do I, oh, did y'all notice my earring today?
She paid $5 for that.
Izzy made it for me. Now, it had a fuzzy thing on it, which I took off because it tickled my ear, and I kept thinking
something after you.
After me. So the fuzzy thing had to go because I just couldn't deal with it. And oh my goodness, it is kind of blooming out, isn't it?
Because you smush the shmanijis out of it.
Don't smush the bejeezies out of it, Mariah says.
It's still traveling. And it's a napkin, so it's going to do it, you know.
Okay.
It's supposed to sop things up, you know?
Yeah.
That's its main thing.
I'm not going to be too terribly precious about doing this. I'm just going to get after it. And that's what's nice about the napkins is that you can just, okay, well,
Hey, Jennifer.
Part of that, I don't know that I want all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I want some of it. I don't know that I want all of this down here.
Yeah, you got to break that straight edge. That's generally the rule. Yeah, if it's fuzzy, cut it off.
If it's fuzzy, cut it off.
You can glue that down before it spreads anymore. Capture it.
All right, now what we're going to use for this is we're going to use Blick. Oh, Blick-a-rillic. Sorry, you got to get it down there because if you don't,
then you
and I don't really mind if it overages a little bit, you know.
Overages.
Okay, this is my painting brush.
Uh-huh.
And this is my glue brush. Which one do I want to use? I think I want to use my glue brush.
That makes sense. That seems appropriate.
But I need to get off extras, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, there's just all kinds of different ways that you can do this. Whoops. Oh, Mariah, you need to tell them about the postcard.
Well, we'll get to that here in a little bit. Let's stick to fronts, and then we'll get to the back. And y'all can let us know if you're interested or not. Hey, Ann.
It's always helpful if you go, you know, towards the outside of the napkin rather to...
Yeah, kind of work from your inside out, and then you're good.
Look at that.
Now,
if it irritates the dog do out of you, just take it off with your fingernail and give it a flick. It'll roll up into a little ball. It's kind of like a booger. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute?
I love it.
Pretty cute.
It's bubbly.
Bubblies. All right, so that is just one thing that you can do. Now we're going to stamp directly on this one.
Hey, Anthony.
Because can you already see the little bubbles out there?
Are you sure that you want to do that? But here's the thought behind that.
Well, go ahead.
Because you would be stamping onto acrylic paint. Therefore, it is not going to dry. But you could stamp on there, and then I can put the wah on it. Heat emboss.
Oh. Well, now that's a thought.
That'll be the better thing if you're going to go direct. Now, if you aren't going direct and you want to just utilize, again, your napkin technique, you can do that. Because the ink dries when it goes to the paper. It does not dry, and certainly won't dry quickly, when going on to the acrylic paint.
Well, then maybe I need to find another. Hi, Fran.
Are you going to do postcards? How's your house stuff coming along? I got questions.
This might be okay. I sometimes have a little trouble getting
Well, and then I'm real peeved. Sometimes I think that it hasn't, you know, like the two pieces are there, or really it's still just the one because it's already been separated.
And sometimes I just get angry and I just rip at it, and then that's when it comes apart.
But these are the highly textured ones. These are the kitchen towels.
These are the kitchen towels. And I don't know, does that have some kind of pattern on it? It does, doesn't it? I don't know exactly
kind of a
what
circle,
it is.
a star.
I think that I can pretty much get rid of it, though.
It does. Like, if you want that to stay, like you like the texture of the towel or the napkin or the who's it, what's it, the best thing to do is use glue stick.
Yeah, but I don't do that.
She doesn't like the glue stick. Because then you can glue stick and just tap it on there, and then it glues down, and then it's still fluffy, and it holds its structure. When you use anything else, wet glue-wise, it seals it up and makes it, you know, whatever matte, gloss, plasticky, you know, thing. Now, can I have my other purple back if you aren't using it?
She doesn't want me to. Go ahead.
No, she will ruin it. She'll be like, oh, I kind of want to see what this mix will do. You know, Mariah doesn't really, you know. She'll do that.
It's terrible when... All right, now I really kind of like this whole idea of this going across here.
That one is a VersaFine, I think, isn't it? Or Claire. What, I mean,
it's not what it was.
VersaFine Claire, but yeah, she's...
It used to be...
yeah,
that right there.
The VersaFine
But
Claire.
now it's this. Because I went ahead and put...
Which is probably not even the same ink company. It's probably Ranger or something like that. Because that's usually the re-inkers I buy are the Ranger archival inks. Usually. You can't trust us here. As far as, like, you know, colors and... Unless it's brand new. That's the only time.
Fresh out of the...
If it's brand new.
The horse. You always end up with all these little floaty pieces all over the place. Okay, I'm thinking that's what I
love
want
it.
to do.
I like that. That's gonna be fun. Oh, okay. Well, you told me to pay attention, and then I was paying attention, but now I'm not doing my job over here.
I know, and we can't, and it's going to be hard to...
of the essence, y'all.
Because we have to talk about trading and
something else to please keep in mind for the month of July. On July 2nd, we will be interviewing Frail. You know, Frail Davies, that lady. Right here at PM Artist Studio. And then I'm assuming we're going to try to do like about our 45. I'll tell you though, Frail and I can talk. Sword, y'all.
she is a very chatty girl.
Well, I just always enjoy.
They always, every time they talk on Skypey things.
Yeah, on the video.
I'm just like, okay, bye y'all.
Bye y'all.
Bye y'all. Got things
She
to do
bips in
here.
and out. Bip. Anyway, so that'll be super fun for July, but you know, we've got to get to our cards that day too, so we'll see how all that goes. I thought about reaching out to her and ask her if she wanted to do some cards. I don't know, she's got so many things going on. And again, those of you that are participating, we would love to know. Just either let us know in the comments. You can let us know here in the chat. You have any questions?
Look how cute that is.
Have you started prepping like we have? In you know, because I think it's the smart thing to do. Because unless you know, that's just the thing that you're doing. It's just we've got like, I got PM Artist Studio plus. You know, I do have another job.
Yeah.
I do it less, but there's some people that need things. I haven't been real happy about it. But anyway, I doubt they're watching.
to add this little bit down here on the bottom.
Okay, so Kathy has started hers. Sending extra hugs, Miriam. Sleep. Okay, bye, Miriam. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, it's late. Go to bed. Get some rest.
Is she still puny?
I don't know if she still has the eye thing that was going on or if that all resolved itself. Her body's telling her she needs sleep. There you go. Listen. Okay. Okay. Chiquita is participating. She has gel printed some for the postcards. She just needs to prep more. Okay, wonderful. Darcy has been cutting her bases for... Okay, 4. See, that made me laugh because, I was thinking, okay, so it's a typo. But then I thought, well, maybe she's being funny. Like, they're faux postcards. Like, is she doing it digitally? That would be pretty hilarious. But then I was like, no, I think she just meant, F-O-R. But it's F-O-E. Faux. And it's fine because we're Texan. So I speak that over a month. Definitely. More than 31 ready. Good deal. Anyway, that's, again, how my brain works. Okay. I don't know what Anthony's saying. Maybe he's having a conversation with some other people. Okay. I don't know that Anthony's doing the postcards. Anthony, postcards. Okay. Lynn has started gel printing yesterday. She's going through her stash of prints for postcards that are going to be there Friday. So she's going to be gluing all weekend. Wonderful. Monroe has 24 prepped. Wonderful.
Okay, look at that. 2 down, and it's only an hour in. Wow.
Well, this is sort of second prep. Like, you're kind of just doing a little layers that
Okay.
you were...
So we decided we like this one like it is for now. Now, I definitely think this needs something. I planned it this way.
You planned it that way?
I planned it
I
this
really
way.
like that one.
I really like this one, too. Now, we're going to have to,
Well,
because I only have one.
I know. We'll get to that here in a minute.
We're going to get to
gonna be a
that
little-
part. But now I do want to show you this one.
Okay, we have an hour.
Look at this, Mariah.
I know. I saw them. As I'm cutting them, I'm like, oh, I think she brought some to the party that she's like, hey, let's trade. That's what we're going to be doing.
And I just, I sort of like this a lot, but I think it would
That's some of that stuff
definitely
that's hard to look
benefit
at.
from maybe
Breaking
something
it
like
up.
that.
Yeah, it needs to be broken up.
Yeah, it kind of makes you just ever so slightly
Especially
crazy.
when you wave it around.
And you know what I think I want? Okay, I really didn't intend to work on this one, but I just got this is when you have to just jump when the iron's hot.
That's right.
Okay? Now, first thing I'm going to do on this is where is the new little stamp that's like flirty-ly?
Oh, that's Darcy's.
Victorian.
And I have those right here.
Oh.
Oh, I knocked you over. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Folks. All right, so I am feeling like, all right, remember I kept telling you that I really want to combine some of the kind of traditional style stamps with a more modern
I like that you're
background here. And I'm thinking that is
Hi,
going
Elizabeth.
to be the ticket right there. Look at that.
Looky.
If I can place that in the right, and I'm going red.
Okay.
I'm not going Mariah's red. I'm going my red.
This still counts for prep because these are like early layers.
Early layers, yes. And there still may be stuff going on. I swear, I cannot stamp without just getting flippin' grody. Okay, here we go. I'm so glad I didn't change my paper,
Yeah.
because I would have been angry. Oh, look at that. That's so deadgum cute.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so
What are you doing?
Now this is going to be a one-time thing. I got to get right the very first time. I think I'm going to re-ink my pad.
Oh, this is interesting. So
What?
this is one that you did the slick paint on. So it's like, man, why is this like extra sticky? Ooh.
Yeah, it is extra sticky.
And textury.
And textury.
Bee's knees. Ooh. Anthony has just ordered a bunch of semi-precious cabochons. They come all the way from India, so it's going to take a while to arrive. Christy Hartman's 31 cards are all cut and prepped. Look at you, girl. Woo, woo. I just love it. I think this is going to be so much fun, y'all. I think Carrie has, you know, he put in such thought and care and reached out to so, I mean, this is how you, like, if you want to get some things going. Good job, Carrie.
Look. Look, Mariah.
Ooh.
Now, that's a mighty fine.
Stamp job right there.
That's a mighty fine stamp off there.
Really like this one. It's touchy-feely. Good golly, lady.
What?
Some of these are still drying, but that's all right.
Yeah, those are the ones I did this morning.
And we have caught up on orders, which is very exciting. I mean, we were in the weeds, and I am just so thankful for those boys. You know, it's just funny how the fact that, you know, we were going on the trip, we needed them to, like, kind of step up, and they took care of business, learned more things, and that in itself led to them being able to really help us with the big, you know, blast of orders and things. And it's just so cool to have them.
And, you know, I could tell that they were very proud about
they
that
are.
also.
They are very happy to be involved. Now, they were a little done. They were, like, so happy to have a couple days off. Because we're like, every day, can you come in? I mean, we need you. We need mats. We need this. And they have been helping with the actual orders. See, we were real hesitant about that for a while. Because there's a little learning curve on things. You know, it's not like brain surgery by any means, but still there's a lot of process to it. Plus, we really like to take care with the orders. You guys know that quality is extremely important to us. I mean, that's why we have IMPPs. Let me tell you, there have been quite a few of those because little Joshy.
Bless their hearts. You know, they're learning too.
Yeah, and it's a patience thing with certain ones. And let me tell you, there are certain ones I don't clean. I hand them to Brad.
How many things of the turtles did you do before you finally got a full set?
No, there was just the one that had to be recut, but that was pretty funny. I was like, Josh, you got to think about things in terms of like the aerodynamics or in the water. So the turtle, just in the sense of being a turtle, there's a better way to, you know, pull them up off of the mat head first, you know? It's these things.
Yeah, don't be yanking on his little low
and he
fins and legs.
He yanked the flipper, and that ain't gonna be. Just don't do that. Can't yank him by the flipper. It seemed like that was obvious, but it wasn't. But it's a funny story. Okay, Mariah, did you see my comment about how I will be mostly printing as I do my cards? Although I plan to start pre-filming soon. Oh, no, I didn't. So Devin is going to be doing, are you going to do videos each day or just post like in groups? And hello, Robin. Okay, let's see. And hi, Colleen. She's sneaking in there. Hi, Silgy. Didn't say hello. Just telling my stories.
All right, now, you know I like 3, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm already thinking ahead to the number.
Hey, Apple.
Because the number is going to make it 3.
Ah, yes.
How about that, Mariah?
Mm-hmm. And what would be hilarious is if you used the number 3 for that one.
And see, I can do that on mine because I can make my 3 any color I want.
That's right. Just do it. Can't do it yet, though. We're
No.
going to try to follow the rules to the best of our ability. We've already tried to figure out kind of some ways to be a little sneaky around it, but... Earmuffs, Carrie. Earmuffs.
Did you see that little jobber? Isn't that a cool looking...
It's just...
vibrant?
It's so fun. You know a good print. You're like, oh, I love that print. What am I going to do with it? But then you stick it down and then you cut it out and you're like, oh my God, it's so wonderful. Now this one over here, I don't know. I don't know if he placed this properly, but this is...
I know, and I had to kind of waste some of that, but I really wanted certain parts of it to show up.
Uh-huh.
So.
This one has kind of texture-y to it. I'll tell you, my one, look, all this cutting.
You cut yourself?
No, it's just,
It's
rubbing.
Oh. From your scissors?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And some are worse than others. Okay, well, you've seen all
She's only
of the...
sort of feeling
let's
sorry
look,
for
Let's
me.
look at some of the... How about that? Isn't that gorgeous? I love the light bulbs. And I think I have pink light bulbs as well, right? Did you see the pink one?
Yeah. I haven't
Okay.
gotten there yet, I don't think.
Well, we'll have to... And see, here's my card. It's got the 3 on it. I had to make sure I had got these little things in down here. Because I just love those so much. But they're still ever so slightly sticky.
I think what we are going to do, in sort of a little bit of a cheat way, because it seems that Carrie is lifting up on, being super duper about the the rules. Hopefully he has his earmuffs on now and he can yell at me later or something. But what I think we are going to really attempt to do is on the 1st of July, that is Monday, I will do my first card, and so will P. P, of course, I will be on camera. P will be over there in her pajamas and giving dirty looks and being extra inappropriate. But not so inappropriate because she will be busy working on her card number 1. July 2nd is a Tuesday. That is our interview with Froyle. But like I said, I'm thinking that hopefully we will have enough time that day. Maybe that's one where we just glue down a number. If we have the time. That's the time that we have.
Oh, okay. Well, Tuesday, are we going at the regular 3 o'clock time slot?
Yes. That's the reason. Because of the time difference.
Oh, with Froyle.
Mm-hmm.
The later time is better for her.
Right. Because it's super early in the morning. Not super, but, like 8 or 9 a.m. or something like that.
Right.
So, then that's Tuesday. So then we have a break. We'll have Wednesday, off. So then on Thursday, we will do the next 2 cards. And we're going to kind of rinse and repeat throughout the month. And we'll, any days that are breaks, then we'll try to get those many cards done during that stream. Because I was started getting stressed out thinking about even just doing shorts, which I may still do to hopefully follow in line with what Carrie wanted from us. I do like to follow the rules, but sometimes you just need to find a little workarounds. So yes, that may be it. And then if I can post shorts and things in between, I certainly will do my best to do so. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm thinking I'm going to do some more. And what I'm going to do after all these are finished
You're fine.
is look at them.
Paula made a box.
She made a box?
She's all geared up. She's prepped and made a box. And she posted it in Makers. I mean, she's on it.
She made a box
and she was
with
partying,
her postcards.
And then something about her husband, who's not interested in these things, but yet seems to be interested. I love that. That's sometimes how Brad is too. He's like, he wants to know things, but he doesn't necessarily, you know, he doesn't know how much he wants to know. Sometimes kind of how that goes. Okay, where are we at with things? I've got, I think, maybe 5 more to cut.
All right, so then we can start our
swap.
bartering.
Should be fun. Should be fun.
I can probably cut out some of those, but we all know what they would look like, and
Yeah,
she wouldn't want to trade with me.
No.
Hey, remember this old stencil? I went through my boxes.
Yes, exactly, Darcy. That's exactly
What?
it. She says Mariah likes rules, but life happens. It does. Now, one nice thing is we'll be sending Izzy off to gymnastics camp stuff and keeping her busy. So that's helpful. Plus, she just, you know, she enjoys that stuff.
Well, she has certainly enjoyed the.
Oh, she's loved it. She doesn't like when we pick her up. She's like, I just want to stay. I'm like, these people need time away from you.
I covered this one. I wanted to talk about this one.
Okay.
I covered this one with the deli paper that Xander gave me in Baltimore.
And remember, that card in particular was one of the ones that was like a misprint.
And it was black and white.
Yeah. So like it.
So this is going to be the back side of the postcard.
That's one of the new cards.
And this is one of the new cards.
Because we used up every bit of the last.
And check this out. You see this?
Look at that. All of the scraps are going into this. And maybe next month scrap swap. Just send the whole
bag. I've been saving them back over here too, the bigger
and then
pieces.
and then it'll be kind of special because you can say you have a little piece of every card that we made. Look at that. Selling it. Here's all my junk. It's special junk.
Hey,
These are special scraps.
Did I pull out one of these where the insides, the tubers?
I don't know. I don't really even know what you're asking me.
You know what the insides of wires look like? Or it's actually the outside of wires.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And I made a bunch of those.
Alien babies.
Alien babies.
That's what we called them. I think that's what we called them. They didn't sell well, even though people were real excited about them. I think the whole alien baby thing freaked them out. I don't know.
Yeah, that didn't take off.
That wasn't a good marketing
That didn't
thing.
take off like I anticipated.
There
wasn't a rush of orders.
It didn't launch. I mean, some people did, but... Mariah, I will be giving away some of my postcards and other prizes at the end of July for her 10K celebration.
Oh!
Yes. Do you still need something from us or whatever? Because that might be part of it. I don't know. Sorry to put you on the spot here in the chat, but we're here with chat. And I thank you for the pinky hello hand. See, when y'all do that, hey Barbara, I pay attention.
Oh, Jessie Cherry. I do not know Jessie.
Oh, Jessie's
Hi,
been hanging
Jessie.
out for a while now. Okay, I've got to pull my finger out.
Paula says, alien babies, you have to have them.
Well, or people had ordered the twisty electric wires and kind of figured out how to make their own babies. Sometimes people do that. And y'all are the crowd that would.
Bye, Silja. She's falling asleep.
All right,
I'm
Silja.
sorry we're not more riveting.
Well,
Yes, I would
it's
still
late
love
there.
something from P&M.
Don't listen to her.
Okay, well, we'll have to decide what it needs to be
What? Oh, okay.
for
Yeah.
her
Oh no, like
her giveaway.
yeah, we can do a gift card, or if you want to just do a particular stencil or whatever, you just let us know. Yeah, hook you up, girl. Look at that one. Love that. That's a great stencil. Oldie but goodie.
Isn't that cool looking?
I think Christy Hartman has done some very wonderful things with that there stencil.
Twisty electric wires, yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you make your alien babies.
That's how you make, yeah. That's,
See, if you know, you know. If you don't, you can just order your babies.
Now, make sure you say that you want them.
What? What are you
Do
talking?
you send those anyway?
Yeah, you do need to request. We are less likely these days to just send them. So yeah, if you want to make your own alien babies, you need to say that you want your outer bits of your twisty electric wires, because you may not get those if you don't ask. We will put them in if you ask. Before, like a lot of times we were just putting things in no matter what. But between all of the different people handling orders and things, may or may not happen.
I don't really have enough green. This green is just so nice.
There's a few with green, and then I think I have some green. Okay, I have 1, 2. Okay, this is 5.
I might just go
5 more.
ahead and make this green.
Okay, I think that would be okay. Because it's
I really like this blue because of the. This might be a good green too.
Oh, Christopher started on the nuns.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool.
Well, I need to make sure that I get you the link to his thing, and we can maybe watch the replay. Yeah, I'll try to come up here tonight. Maybe we can watch the replay.
All right, that's gonna be my green pile. Now this is sort of green. I think this needs something else to
He's such a good sport. Okay, well, why don't you gel print a couple things while I cut out these last 5 and rest my hand for 5 minutes.
All right, I'll let you rest your hands for 5 minutes. Now, this is going to require a lot of other stuff on it, but I knew that when I did it.
Hey, that could be a good number 1, because did you see, like, especially on my darker.
Oh. For sure. Or 7.
Or 7.
I think 7 is better. Okay, let's do a little gel printing.
And if you put a little bit of this on there too for texture.
Oh.
That would be fun.
Well, I'm going to let you do that.
Well, maybe that ends up being my card.
That's going to be your card.
We need to work this stuff out, y'all.
Yeah, we're working it out. All right.
I really want to get to that because I think it's going to be super fun, and I think y'all will enjoy that and can be helpful in the chat. Be helpful in the chat. And in the meantime, if you're new and hanging out, say hello.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Don't be shy.
That's right. Thumbsy upsies.
This is what I'm using on this, Mariah.
Thumbsy upsies. There's 112 of y'all here and 83 likies. We need more likies. That is the one thing that, like, YouTube, like, first thing YouTube's like, hey, cool video, awesome. People have, thumbsy upsied it, and they've watched it. That is also extremely helpful. Just rolling by and, giving a thumbs up. They like that, but then if you watch it, they go, oh, they liked it and they watched it.
And if you shared it with your other person,
shares go a long way. I think they're not exactly like, they don't tell you, hey, this earns you this much juice and this earns you that much. That would be helpful. But then, see, if they let people know too much, then people cheat. I think that's really, maybe, I don't know. Oh, is it Pinka? Happy birthday.
Oh, 29, right?
I'm sure he says that. Oh,
check that out. It's so awesome.
Oh, that is good. Good job. That's what it needed. Well, I don't know. That might have been an unauthorized greening of something, but
I'm going to do a
trying to take
here.
advantage of the fact that I'm busy reading chat and cutting. I'm multitasking.
How about that, Mariah?
Comments really don't have, I watched a video the other day that they said that it doesn't, I don't know that it helps or hinders.
But it makes me very happy.
But yeah, we like the comments very much.
Blick fell over. I'm done with him.
And sometimes it's the way that I get to know you guys.
Yes.
And remember, because a lot of times in the chat, like it's moving so quickly, it's sometimes hard for me. It takes a few times if somebody shows up multiple times, then yes. But if you also leave multiple comments down below, I remember more. Like, because I read those back, and a lot of times I go back and read them, or I show P. So I have more engagement with it. Therefore, it sticks in my brain a bit more. That's what I tell myself.
Well, I don't really like where that went, but it's okay. Get a little more variety on this little booger. Take care of my brayer before I... Oh, and see, that's already making it just a little bit better. It's just so flat.
Look at Mo dropping those links to these. We have used, P has used, I'm so proud of her, so many different stencils. And it's so funny because she's like, oh, I found some more without paint on them. So that's exciting.
I'm bound and determined
to get some paint on things. She knows I'm going to come up here and I'm going to take them away from her.
She does. She steals my stencils. Well, you haven't used it. I said, well, maybe... remember when they would, like, give me 5 or 6 new ones all at once? And I was just like...
We don't have time.
That is not fair. That is not fair. That should not happen. All right, we're going to do a little yellow.
Oh, we love them, Lizanne. We love them.
Love what?
Comments. We love the comments.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
I don't understand why that doesn't, like, I maybe because they don't, maybe eventually, once their AI is smarter or whatever, and they can tell whether or not they're, like, good or bad comments. Because I would think that there's probably quite a few channels that, like, the comments they get aren't necessarily good ones. So, like, how do you gauge that? Because there isn't like a up or a down. It isn't, zeros and ones. That's very much like language. Although, I would assume that, AI's getting there. They just need something to read through all of that.
Now, see, this is much better. I don't know what that little...
Also, I want you to show the other side of that card, and this is exactly why we don't have backs on our cards yet. But we will be discussing backs here in just a moment.
But we're not putting any backs on until they're declared D-O-N-E.
Hey, Glinda.
I don't know why that got clear over there, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. And look at this. Put a little yellow on that and made it so much better. Okay, I think those are done. I'm going to put these aside. Oh, that's interesting. That kind of puffed up. See how it puffed up?
It did puff up, kind of.
Puffed up.
Well, that actually does sort of make sense. So, the main purpose of a kitchen towel, a napkin, is to wipe and sop up stuff. Its sole purpose
is to puff up and absorb.
Is to absorb some things.
Absorb.
So it has absorbed the medium and said, thank you.
We'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. I think this looks great. It almost kind of looks a little bit like a overweight snail with a very small head.
I can relate.
I can relate, yeah. But I think this one's coming around nicely.
Put that snail on keto.
Okay, let's look at some more here.
Okay, look, last one.
Check
oh, my
this.
little hands.
Isn't this wonderful? This is one of my, and this is one of Mo's favorites too, puzzle.
It's Mo's favorite.
Look, pink light bulbs.
And we decided that the light bulbs are not just Christmas specific.
No, we think they're very,
It can be
very
industrial,
mod.
very, poppy, very, Liechtenstein. Look at me. Like,
Yeah. That.
no one
And
can.
here we go with puppy tongues.
That is called bloopy loops.
Loop-de-loops in there.
Very tricky one, especially
Very
the small
tricky. Very tricky. Okay, this is very cool because this was the inside of.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at how this goes down through here, portcullis,
ones. There you go.
and this is a whole bunch of stuff.
Patio lantern lights, exactly. This is summertime. Actually, today today or tomorrow is considered the first day of summer. I think it's also Megan's birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
My
really?
cousin Megan, yeah, because I always remember it being like the first day of summer. That's why I remember.
So now we have all of them. All of them are done.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to play Let's Swap Them Cards?
Let's swap them cards.
Okay. This is going to be fun. Now what we'll do, you put all of yours in a pile. Put them in a pile. Put them in a pile. I got an idea how this is going to work. And so people get to see the top side view. Yeah, kind of move anything that's not necessary. Scoot it. It'd be better if the camera's on my side at this point, but we're not doing that.
That one doesn't count. That's a special case.
It's a one-off. Was an exemplar.
Yeah, it's the
Bye, Monroe. Thanks for hanging. Today
look
is
at
first
that
day.
wad
Okay.
of cards there.
Now her cards look a little because they need to. Some of those really need to dry, and I think when we put them under the book, the one that has the puppy paint stuff on it probably should have some deli paper put over
down.
it, just because it's extra sticky.
Actually, it's feeling pretty good.
Well, no, but the one that has the slicky paint.
Oh, the sticky paint on it. Yeah.
But that's fine. I'll probably end up in my pile.
The red,
Anyway, let's
red and black one.
Okay. So this was the first one on top of my pile. I know that
I want it.
Okay, put one down out there that you think that I might want out of your pile.
I think, and this would be a good tray.
Okay. I will take that.
Well, just a minute. I've got another one. I've got the purple one.
I think that's more your
Yeah.
that talks to your soul more.
True. Trying to find something that had.
Okay, I'll take that one.
The orange.
I want that one.
You want that one?
I do. Okay. Cool. One down. There might be a battle about this one here. You better come with something good. If you really want that one. You better... Now put it out there so people can see what it is that you're trying to, Remember that one, y'all?
Really, really, really love it. Well, I think I might.
She wants them all.
If you see something that you
Oh, well, I would take the slicky paint one. If you want to give me the
slicky paint one for this one?
You already put it down. It was at the beginning of your... Or that one. Actually, I want that one.
This one.
I want that one. Okay, cool.
Nah.
No?
I already have one like that.
Okay.
That's friends with that one.
Okay.
Oh, I really like that one. I have designs on that one. Okay, so... You already have one of these.
Yes.
All right, what about bulbs?
I do like the bulbs. Do you want to give up the yellow ones or do you want to give up the pink ones?
I think I'd rather give up the pink ones.
Please ask P to skid over to the left. Her piles are behind the P camp. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I just moved everything, and I am sorry. Thank you for... Oh, my goodness, we have some over here that I haven't even put in the pile. The greens.
Oh. Well, are they dry? Okay.
Well, sort of.
Okay.
Okay.
You still need to scoot over towards your stuff there a little bit. Yeah, or that way. Sorry, yes, that way.
This
Awesome.
way. How's that?
Yeah, and I know you want this one because you said so. But I also kind of like it too.
I know, but I know that you really like that one. But the thing is, I think it would look really good as a companion piece for this card or this one.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Well, what are you gonna pass me over?
Well, what I'm going to do is I think you just need to keep that one because you want to keep that one.
Okay. And
so talk to me more about what you're going to trade me.
What else I'm going to hand over? Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on. Because some of these should go to you anyway. Let's talk about
the
doubles.
duplicates.
Yes. Let's just get those out of the way for a second, because that'll kind of make this go a little faster. Because we got 30 minutes, but, you know, we might be bickering about some of these last ones. So, you know, let's all be cognizant of our time and energy here, y'all. All right, this is mine of this. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my keeper pile.
Yes, because I've already got one like
Yes.
that. I'm going to put that in my keeper pile.
Yeah.
And I'm putting bulbs over in my keeper pile. And I'm still willing to trade for this one.
Do you have your one that's like that?
I know. I don't think.
Well, you should. It should be somewhere. I think you obliterated it as what? Oh, no, wait. It's this one.
Yeah, I did obliterate it.
So you're going to have to pick which one of those you want. So that's kind of a twofer there. And these are twofers. So go through this pile showing people the ones there's kind of duplicates of. And then you keep back.
Okay, I'm going to keep one of these.
Okay, show it up in the camera, please. Some people haven't seen these. Okay, see, there was 2 of those. Okay, and then hand the other one over to me. Okay.
Okay.
Are y'all enjoying this?
I really like this messy one because I can mess it some more.
Okay, then I will take the plain one. Good.
Now we've got 3 of these.
Yes, there's quite the little dilemma with that.
Well, you know what? These 2 are alike. And I could just...
I want that one up front.
This one.
Yes.
Okay,
For
I
sure.
like the green one.
Okay.
So what are we going to do with this one?
Why don't you just put that off to the side? Because I do think we have extras.
We do. I love both of these.
I want the one that you just
Has
split
more
it.
purple.
No.
This one.
Because that was the... that wasn't the... There's kind of 3 of these because there's the piece together one. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, it's here.
So do you want the... Oh, yeah. Well, those are kind of friends.
Okay.
Do you want the one with more gold or the one with more purple?
Which one do you want?
I want the yellow one.
Okay. I kind of liked that one too, but I wanted you to, you know. Okay, now I'm going to show you some that you absolutely... Okay, this is the one she cannot have. Like, this is my number 17, I believe. But you guys can see that one last time before we, you know, start...
This is the one that all these little places here I pulled off with tape.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, pulled it with indigo.
Oh, you're welcome, Carla. Wonderful. She got her order. Okay, now... Oh, you still have duplicates, right? Or did we split up all the duplicates?
I think we've got all the duplicates taken care of.
All right, well, why don't you...
Okay, so here are your choices for green. Oh, I really like that. I'm thinking I have some ideas for that. I'll trade you this one. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. Now, you want me to see if I've got a brown one here that I can trade you?
No, I want that bubble one.
You want the bubble one. This one.
No, It's kind of cocked over. There you go. That one. I want that one. I think that's a fair.
Oh, I'm trying to get it apart and it doesn't come apart. It just looks like it. Okay, I really don't want to get rid of that. I really like that one, and I really like this one. I don't want to get rid of it either. But put the ones over here that are non-negotiable.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did too.
Is that what you've been doing?
I have been, yes.
Okay, this is definitely negotiable. Oh, here, and this is one that I should have offered.
Eh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you could do more with that one than I can.
So too.
And you will enjoy doing more with it than.
Then you will.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Look at. This is funny. Okay, here's what I'm kind of left with. And I'm sitting here going, I mean, this is all just very me. Ooh, I do like that one.
Yeah, I have something else brown. I'll trade you for this purple.
Well, I don't know, but I kind of like that I have some variety over here, and I think it's good that you have a little variety.
Well, let's count.
Okay.
It seems like I've got lots.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, we knew we were going to end up with extras. Because we already had extras from the other day.
13, 14. Yeah, you need to give up 6. I'm 6 short. So you just need to go through there and really figure out which ones you're willing to. Mm-hmm.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, I've got 5 extras.
Well, you should have 6.
Well, I do, if you count this one.
Oh. Well.
Oh, no, here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
6. So, what you want,
Bye,
honey?
Fran.
I want ones that I can do something with, and I think it would be cool to do something with.
I really like that nurse fearing one, and I like that purple one, so you should hand both of those over to me. Thank you. So, 4 more. I love the blue one, if you want to give that one up. Mm-hmm. 3 more. I'll take that green one.
I like that
Okay.
green one. Now you can have this green.
Okay, I'll take that. 2 more.
Have 2 more?
I really love that one.
Well, did I already give you one of the black and white
You did.
ones? Okay.
My most favorite one. And then I said that I would take that one because I like it too.
Okay.
So then I think I need 1 more. Let me count again. 1.
Well, you don't have any. Do you have any of these?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Any of this black one with the color on? I think you do, because I'm not seeing the other one here. I better keep that one.
Yep, I need 1 more.
You need 1 more?
Yep.
Okay. I got this one.
You can give me that gold one. Yeah, of the flurry. No,
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
the copper one?
copper one. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Yep. All right. Cool.
Kaboom.
Look at that. Deb and Paula are asking about your rear. Have you gotten your postcard? Oh, okay. Yes. That was a perfect timing.
What is it?
Okay. The rears.
Oh,
Yes, we're
the
all
backs.
prepped and ready
Yeah,
to
but
go.
I'm not going to put backs on.
No. But
Yeah.
here, you should show these.
And they're available?
No. But I can make them available. The thing is, actually, you need to hold it up into the camera if you would, please. Because back there in the background, I don't know if you see it, but it's upside down. Of course, you chose the one to do upside down.
That's not upside down.
That is upside. There we go. So it has PM Artist Studio on there. Sachse, Texas. If you want this postcard back, let me know. I will make it as a free download on our website. It's just a 3-upper. It's a like... Now, we have the more vintage style ones. It's a free download on our website. And I believe that is round about 4x6. Could be a little shy. But this one, truly, you can back it onto the 4x6 card. These particular ones I printed out on the laser printer, so that way we could spray them or do whatever to make them match up to the card, or just leave them white. So yes. Oh, you like that, Eddie? Okay.
What?
I think he's saying yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, Paula's a yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, not all postcards are. Yeah, and that's kind of why I was like, I think ours, a lot of them are more modern. Plus, I wanted to make them, you know, PM Artist Studio, but not like in your face.
Well, and here's what I thought too would be kind of cool. And I know I'll have to sit with you and do this. They'll have the numbers on them, right?
Uh-huh.
So then we can go through and we can write down up here, because you know a lot of times when you get postcards, they'll have like the name of the place and the
and I
whatnot, but put down the name of the stencil and the artist who designed it.
That would be pretty fun. Yeah. That will be a cute way to...
I think it would be, because even on this one, which is, I love this, and I'm leaving all of this on here. I'm not going to worry about covering it up.
Yeah. That one could be where we just put down a number. And I think that is perfectly acceptable. Mm-hmm.
I think so, too. I really like this one a lot.
Well, this way, like, if you really did want to send it off to somebody, you could. It's like a legit... I even put a little thing, the stamp thing there. So you know where
this
to
one's
put the
real
stamp.
special because the background on this one is the film from Judy Peace.
Yeah, and that'll be sweet to, like, write that little bit of information on there. And then I think maybe next month, like they were saying, maybe we make a little book, or... I don't know, 31 pages. I guess it's not that hard.
I'm just going to leave mine loose for you to play with them, like playing cards.
Maybe we could make a little box. Like
Make a box to hold them.
Yeah, playing card box, but, you know, it holds them. I
Yeah.
think that would be fun. Yeah. Oh, you could add Becky's barcode as a postage stamp. Heck yeah. Now, that's a little big, so it might take up more space, but it would still be
And
fun
see,
on
this one needs work, but I'm very jazzed about this.
That's a great idea, Deb.
This is like the not fun stuff to do. The decorating them and messing with them. Now, putting the backs on them is going to be a pain in the butt, too, but...
Well, I think that... Here's where I get wrapped up in that, and this is kind of how I do with the ATCs as well, is that, like, I start to make them real fancy because I like them to match the front. We'll have a little bit of that. We'll see how, like, time kind of...
Oh, you mean to decorate the
spray
postcard
them
back just
yeah,
a little bit
match
without...
and maybe that should be part of our... When we're doing them on camera...
We can
do the back to them.
Addressing. Well, if they're at that stage where, you know, it's...
Yes.
Acceptable.
If it's acceptable.
I think what we need to do is get these cut up into slightly overages.
Oh, there you go. So Darcy's thinking that she ends up making an accordion book. She's not necessarily going to back them because you're just going to, like, put them back
back to back.
Which, that makes sense because otherwise it's just too much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These have already become too precious. Maker problems. Yeah. And see, that's funny that you say that I love this stuff. This is like coordinating not only the logistics of things, you know, when you're going to do it, where it's supposed to be, when this thing's supposed to happen.
Yeah, and that's a good point there, Deb.
I love all the problem solving. I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, so do you want to do one more? Let's put yours all in a pile, if you would, please.
Oh, so that we could do a shot.
Well, what I want
fan.
you to, I kind of want you just to go through them slowly, hold every one of them up to the camera so people can see. We
Now,
actually went through the swapping a lot faster than I thought we were going to. Thought there was going to be more fighting about things, but I think we both had our eye on certain ones, so we knew.
I'm going to go over this with some more of the purple.
Yes.
Before I put the back on it. So here on that white edge, I think this one's great as is, made just a number. I don't, I know what happened there is the plate that I was using had some white mucky muck on it.
Oh, so
and
that's
when
paint.
I was putting it down to flatten it, yeah, picked it up. I think this is bloody marvelous. I love these little red pieces.
Yeah, you have to leave that. No matter what you do to that, the red pieces
The
have
red
to be
has to stay
shown.
there.
Yeah.
I love mine that has all three different things. This is going to require a lot of work.
It's a lot of yellow.
This one's kind of boring too, but I do love that you can see, and it's so, the texture of it.
Hold it up and then and give it a little, because there's way more going on there than meets the eye.
Yes. This is the one that I messed up.
It's very turtley.
Yes.
Like when you look at a turtle shell, especially if it's wet, you see so much to it.
And then this one.
You kind of did all the things to it. You just need some good number, maybe like a little something. I also thought what would be fun, we were sent, I think it was just on, so that Veranda magazine, I think it's the same people, so there's just kind of a one-off, like, they probably have extras, and so they're just like, they try to see if you want those. But it has a lot of floral things. That might be kind of fun to put a little bit of the flowers. She's not liking that. That's not her idea. Maybe more of the kitchen towels or something on that one.
And this is going to be definitely, I see tribal on here and whatnot. I don't know what to do with this.
I just love that one.
I know. I can't believe you gave it up.
I know, but I knew that you really wanted it.
See that? This is a pickup off the plate.
These are like Darcy's colors too. Darcy mixed some color.
And
let me tell you, I was a little worried when you first started out. I was like, oh, okay, yep,
What did she mix?
Well, you're just gonna have to go over there and watch her video. You've got a list of things you need to be doing, watching and supporting our people.
This needs work.
There was judgment with that.
I love this one. I love this one just like it is.
It's pretty. It has such like.
And this was the black, the deli paper.
Yeah, it almost looks like it would be raised.
Puffy.
I love that one too. It's so weird and a little like, in your face. That one's very Liechtensteiny.
Yeah, this one needs a little work. I love light bulbs. I don't think I'm going to do anything to them. I'm looking forward to messing around and playing with this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I have some ideas for this area over here. I'm going to completely cover this, and then I'm going to color pencil it with texture gesso.
Oh. You may want to do that one on a day.
Oh, where I can sit here and futz around with my colored pencils.
Yeah, and someday the colored pencils are supposed to be here. We ordered the Posca pencils. There's 2 sets. She ordered one and I ordered one. I didn't communicate that I was indeed ordering, so she took it upon herself.
Yeah. Oh, Mariah, here's the other one. I have 2 of these. The black with the,
Yeah.
This might be fun to color pencil too. Put that over there so I can get some colored pencil on it. I mean some texture.
You should probably go through, like in this whole prepping process, go ahead and texture gesso your stuff. Any ones that you are like, okay, that you know, that like you're already kind of got the game plan for.
And
that way it's done.
I like these
I
just
love
like
that,
they are. I don't want to do anything to them. This might be fun to do some colored pencil. And look at this. Can you see it?
Hold it a little flatter and then give the wiggle, and then a lot of times it shows up a little better. There you go. There. Now it picked up the light. It's got color shift. But see, on the dark parts, that's where you see it the most.
That's where it's showing up, is on that dark part, even though this is.
Keep all of yours together. I don't want any, just last minute slidey switchy.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I trust you, but I don't. She changes her mind. And she has no problem with going a little boop.
No, I don't. Now what?
Because she's my mom and I know her. Okay, so I want you to show mine, and then we can kind of talk. You can do the same thing, just kind of show.
Here, I'll just pass those over, and you can look at those through, and
talk about like kind of the things that might be cool on that one. Like that, I think. What would be nifty is perhaps adding some of the kitchen towel stuff to it.
With blue in mind.
And even that one screams to me adding some kind of textile to it, even if it is like string or whatever, because these aren't going in the mail, so, and we're going to build the box afterwards, so it can be fat, which is so smart, because I can't tell you how many times I built the thing to hold the stuff, and it doesn't hold the stuff. I noticed you didn't
offer this one up.
No, that was in a... Hey, there's another piece of that in here if you want to, switch out one of yours or have a backup or whatever. I think the same thing with that. The texture of putting something fabric on some of those, I think will be pretty neat. Yes, the total 70s couch vibe from the brown one, totally.
You need to balance something over here in this corner with that.
Yeah, and that maybe that's where the number goes.
Dominant color there.
And some of those, I think, again, I'm probably just maybe going to add the number or something else. And some I'd like to add some stickers to, or even collage some of the flowers and things that I have, or from the collage books that might be kind of fun, a little bit more funky.
Noticed you didn't offer this one up either.
I didn't. You kind of had one of your own, and you turned it green, so I felt like that was okay.
I like this one, too.
There's more of that one if you want to make one. And I love that. It's fun.
And didn't we have 2 of these? Or just leftover paper?
Leftover paper.
That's really nice, too.
Yeah, I love that one.
This is really nice with the... It's very matte. Oh, look, could you see the spider web there?
That's right, because it's spooky time travel.
With the cascading cubes. And you have this one, too.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah, I didn't even offer that one up.
This should definitely be mine.
Which one would you like to trade it for? It's got to be a pretty good one.
All right. Well, let's negotiate here.
I like these. Which one are you...
Which one am I willing to give up? I'm willing to give up that one.
This one?
Yeah.
I know, you were really in love with this one.
I love my wires. Hey, I've been saving that forever.
Here, give me the... Put that in with my mix.
Oh, this goes here.
Yes.
And then that goes there.
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually surprised, because I held this one up and you didn't say anything. And
well,
so
I don't know. I was distracted and didn't know that that's what we were doing or something.
Okay. I was there, but I wasn't.
Yeah. So you got the snail.
Uh-huh.
Oh, did you hear that?
Sorry. It was again. It's that sticky one. You see, you need to wrap that one in some deli paper because we're gonna forget. We're gonna try to smush them down, and then that
smush
thing,
them, and it will get smushed with
and then it becomes furry because it has taken off a layer
of something else.
of the other card.
We'll double wrap it. All right. Well, there we are, folks. Look at that.
Hey,
5 minutes.
5 minutes to spare. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's see here. Today's Thursday. Okay, so we'll be back on Sunday.
I forgot about this one.
We could do 100 days.
I could do 100 days and not ever even bust out a gel plate.
Yeah, we just have to dig through the piles and
piles and piles and piles and piles and piles. And this is really kind of cool. I mean, I know it's a little bit of effort to do this, and probably would never have done. I would never have done this on my own.
No, we needed to be.
I needed some sort of stimulation to, move my
prompted, challenged, and yes.
And Mariah sitting over there and doing stuff to my gel prints that I don't want her to do. So I have to get my own.
Oh, and there's another 2 prints that you had over here for. Oh, this is that other yellow one, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, if I screw up that one, I'll just have to get another one.
Well.
Here you go.
Okay. I just gotta think about. Well, I want you to hold these all up for the. We gotta put some primo ones on the front and really get people enticed. You worked on that one during the stream. So I want people to see the fat stacks of postcards that have been created.
We're going to have to make a pattern for our little box.
Well, like I said, once they are all done, because I plan on adding some pretty thick things to some, not all, but some. So yeah, I want to make sure that they are done and then fit the box, because I don't want them so tight that after a while they get smushed. Because
that creates some problems.
It does
when you pack them.
So yeah, but that'll be in August. We will do the boxes. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks so much for hanging out. We very much appreciate it. We shall see you back here on Sunday. I think all the prep work here has been done, but maybe what we do, just kind of one last stream with some prepping, would be to kind of like what we did. We talked about, okay, oh well, this, and this. Maybe with some of them, I can bring the bags up that we send things, the little packets out in.
Mm-hmm.
But we could packet them, put the pieces with them.
Oh yeah.
And then that way
it would be ready to go, and we wouldn't have to be sitting here digging through stuff.
That'll be fun. I know y'all like going through piles. Some of y'all do. Okay. That sounds like a game plan. That's what's going to be on the agenda for Saturday or Sunday. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.